Hey there, Pascal from Western Canoe and Kayaking. Today, I want to look at some great intro boats, some sit-inside recreational kayaks about 12 feet or less. Really nice intro options for someone just getting started. So when we're looking at recreational kayaks that are in about that 12 to 10 foot range, a few things we're looking for. Weight, which is mostly going to have to do with the material that they're constructed from. Price, which again, material is going to play a cost, as will outfitting, and then overall comfort. All of these boats are fairly recreational in that they're not intended for you to go miles offshore and be playing in real rough stuff. This is just to get out on the water, enjoy it, get a sense of whether or not kayaking is for you. So let's take a look at some different boats. We've got some great options, some that are rotomolded polyethylene, some that are thermoformed ABS. We've also got some interesting ones, composite and a folding kayak as well. Let's take a look at those. Hey guys, so this is the Eddyline Sky 10. A really nice, lightweight, and compact thermoformed recreational kayak. Super easy to move around at only 10 feet long. Very, very lightweight. Really awesome features, and it's still got a shape that's fun on the water. As you can see, it's got a good amount of V to the keel, so we can have an awesome time paddling on our local small sheltered lakes and sheltered bays on the ocean. Really awesome boat. I'll show you some of the things that it's got going on. So starting off, we've got nice solid bow toggles, make it really easy to carry the boat around, and they've got really nice stainless steel hardware, so really robust design. The hatches, really nice dual density, so they've got a soft rubber rim around the outside and a hard plastic on top, so they're really easy to put in place. Bungees, so you can store water bottles, other odds and ends that you might want on deck. Although personally, I prefer to store things kind of in my lap. Coming into the cockpit here, really generously padded seat, as well as some padding where your hips will contact. I think this is one of the more comfortable seats. Obviously, everyone's keister is a little bit different, but I really like this seat. We've got adjustable foot pedals on the inside as well. So really nice, you can adjust that fit to really get some good paddling performance out of this boat. At the stern, we've got another one of those hatches, another toggle, and more bungee. So really solid, kind of a no-frills kayak that's going to perform well and you're going to really enjoy on the water. So now I'm in the Loon by Old Town, and what a comfortable kayak this is. I would almost describe it as luxurious. It's really well outfitted. I adore the seat in this. Really easy to adjust foot pedals, and the little console here is just awesome. You've got dry storage with a nice seal. Got no worries about keeping some of my stuff in there and keeping it dry. Integrated cup holders, and best of all, this comes off so easily. It's got a water bottle holder on the inside. Just awesome. I am ready to go out on the water and just enjoy floating in this. Really stable hull. There's a little bit of a V to it, but it's so wide. It's going to feel super comfortable on the water. This is just a comfortable boat. I'll show you some of the awesome things about it a little bit closer up. All right, so it is a little bit of a heavier boat. So it's got nice integrated bungees in the handle, makes it much more comfortable to pick up. It's got these really cool looking deck lines on the front, so you can store stuff under it. I think that's a really cool looking design. As I mentioned, removable dashboard. The seat is very adjustable. You've got a leg lifter so you can support your thighs. That's a fairly common complaint that new paddlers will have, is if they've got tight hamstrings, they can get pain in their legs. So this is really comfortable. Perforated foam seat, so it'll drain if you get it wet. I'm really impressed with the outfitting in this. The foot pedals are easy to adjust. They've got bright orange handles, so they're easy to see where you've got to grab. It's got a bulkhead in the back here, so it will have some flotation, but it's also got enough room back here that you could store some stuff just behind the seat if you wanted to get access to it on the water. You could fit a dry bag back there, no problem. Bungees throughout, lots of storage options. I'm a big fan of the hatch that they use on this one as well. It almost reminds me of the neck gasket on a dry suit. It's got this soft rubber around it, seals really, really well, and it's nice and easy to use. Real big fan of that. If you can't tell, I'm quite a fan of this boat in general. One of the things that makes this boat a little different than some of the other recreational ones is the weight. It is a little bit heavier, and that's due in part to the 3-layer construction that this boat has. It is a rotomolded polyethylene boat, so same as our Pungos and our common recreational boats that we're familiar with. But this has basically a layer of bubbles on the inside. So it's got an outer layer, this inner layer that's gray, and on the inside it's almost like an aero bar. It's very bubbly, and that gives it flotation, but also really robust hull. It's very stiff, so I think it's an awesome option. So this is the Pungo. It's a classic. It's been around for ages. This is a new color that's just recently come out. I really like it. Quite a fan of the dark green. What I really like about the Pungo is ease of use. So for beginners, this is a really easy kayak to get to work for you, right? Adjusting the foot pedals, super, super easy. There's a lever, easily reached. Same with your seat controls. You can raise the leg lifter, you can adjust the back band. It's all super easily accomplished, and everything's labeled with little diagrams, so it's really easy to understand. The dashboard's nice. It's got a little dry box, so you can even take that with you if you want to have, keys, wallet, whatever, when you're out on the water. Really awesome. I like that feature as well. Let me show you some things on this boat that are really awesome. So starting at the bow, we've got these really nice solid handles, really secure attachment, so you can carry that boat with no problem. I really like these deck bungees on the front. You can rig them up a couple of different ways. They can kind of get attached around these little points. So if you're holding smaller items, it can hold it a bit more secure. And they just look cool. I don't know. There's something about the way these lines are routed that's just got a couple of style points for sure. The dashboard is nice. It's got dual cup holders, a little bit of track, lots of options with it. A little piece of Velcro so you can hold some of the accessories that go along with it. Taking it on and off takes a little bit of finesse. What I typically find that I will do is kind of push the cockpit coaming in a little bit and pop the side off, and then I can kind of wiggle it off without too much difficulty. On the inside, we've got these foot pedals, and they're really easy to control. We've just got this little lever, so we pick it up, slide it, wherever we need it, lock it in place. It is so easy to adjust on the water. The seat, again, I cannot overstate how easy this seat is to use. As someone who sits in a lot of different kayaks, I sometimes forget how all the adjustments work. These are like designed so that I can remember. On each little tab, there's a little picture, and it'll show you what's going on, right? So leg lifter, we've got that, we've got this will control our seat, we've got little tabs to adjust the backrest, the back support, and it's all really easily accomplished, and it's all right there labeled. It's great for people like me that are a bit forgetful. Towards the back, we've got more bungees for storage and a really nice hatch system. So Wilderness Systems, their hatch, it's got 2 little levers, and it's a nice secure fit. Got a rubber ring in through here, so it seals up quite nice. Really robust, really good hatch. Quite like it. So this here is the Oru Inlet. It's a collapsible boat, but it might work for a lot of people because it's so lightweight and it's so easy to get on and off the water. This can fold up and fit in the trunk of pretty much any car, and it's ultra lightweight. I believe this model is about 20 pounds. It's made from a corrugated plastic, so it's nice and stiff while being lightweight, and even someone like me can put it together. Although I have to watch the video to do it. But it's a really cool boat. I'll show you some of the things I like about it. So this boat has a little handle, a little grab handle at the front. It doesn't really need anything more than that because it's just so light. Here's the buckles that help us fold it together. Trying to get a good footrest in a foldable or inflatable kayak is really difficult. I think Oru has done a good job of having something that's easy to use and does a good enough job, and also allows them to fold it up. The seat offers good support. The bottom is not the most generous with the padding. They do offer a gel seat upgrade, which I would strongly consider. It makes the comfort a lot better. In this boat, there's a little bulkhead front and back. You're gonna want to add some flotation bags to it. Oru sells bags designed specifically for these boats, and they're a really great option just to improve the flotation if you do capsize on the water. If you're like me and you can't remember how to do it, there's a video. So it's an absolute lifesaver if you're someone like me who just forgets how to do it. So this is the Heron XT by Old Town. This is the 9-foot version. They also do an 11-foot version. This is a really awesome kayak that's got a lot of the features that you'd expect in a more expensive, more complicated kayak, while still being quite budget friendly and not too heavy. I really like it. It doesn't have a lot going on, but it's got a lot to offer. I'll show you some of the things I like about it. So at the front, there's a nice solid handle. Doesn't have any deck lines. You could add that yourself if you wanted. That's a fairly easy thing to do. It's got a little paddle holder on the side, just a simple bungee one. It's a nice feature to have. Coming inside, we've got nice solid adjustable foot pedals. The same style that they've got in some of the more expensive Old Town boats. So you've got kind of premium performance, but on a budget. The seat adjustment is quite simple. You've got one line that'll adjust the tension on your back support. So not a lot of adjustment, but if the seat is comfortable for you, then you don't really need a lot of adjustment. It's got a little cup holder at the front, which is nice as well. Coming towards the back, features 2 integrated rod holders. Really nice if you are going to go out fishing occasionally. It's a very serviceable boat for going out and doing some light duty angling. And then at the rear, we've got a really nice hatch, same as with the other Old Town boats, where we've got that nice soft rubber ring around it. Makes for a nice solid seal, keeps things dry, and it's nice and easy to use. So this is the Perception JoyRide. This is a 12-foot version. They do a shorter one as well. Kind of a bare bones boat, so it is a little bit more budget friendly, but it still performs really nice on the water. It's very wide, so it's nice and stable. Still performs well, it paddles nice, and it's got quite a comfortable seat, although it's a bit more pared down than some other options. Overall, a really awesome boat. You get a lot for your money. Let me show you some of the features I like about it. So at the front, we've got this molded in handle. It's going to last your lifetime. No chance of this failing. It's got an integrated dashboard. Now, for me, this works because I don't have super long legs. It can be a little bit cumbersome for people to get into just because the cockpit is shortened because of it. It has a selfie slot, so if you're better looking than me, you can take some photos while you're on the water. Great fun. You can do some videos. You can do some front, like bow shot, POV videos. It's pretty fun. Easy to adjust. Foot pedals in here, so they're nice and easy to grab onto, adjust as you need. Really easy. The seat has some nice features. You can adjust the back, nice and easy. The leg lifters do a nice good job so you can get that same support that you'd want. They may be a little bit less elegant than some of the options, but they work. Nice bulkhead in the back. And then the hatches on this are, again, there's some nice levers, easy to get in and out, nice, serviceable, easy to use. Really awesome boat for the price. So this is the Stellar Compass, 11 feet long. It's got a really nice hull shape. So if you're looking for something that's still as comfortable as a recreational kayak, but it's got a bit more performance and travels through the water a bit better, this is a serious contender. I really like the outfitting in it. It's got a lot of similar outfitting from some of the other Stellar kayaks. I'm quite a fan of those. Really easy to adjust foot pedals, nice seat. It's not the most adjustable thing in the world, but I find it serves my needs just fine. Yeah, I'll show you some of the features I like about it up close. So at the front, we've got a nice solid handle, molded in rubber grip, really comfortable. One thing that's unique in this boat versus pretty much every other recreational kayak I've ever seen, this one actually has deck cutaways. They're not the most, out there, but they do allow you to have a more vertical paddle stroke. So in a recreational kayak, that's really unusual, but I think it's an awesome feature. You're going to have more fun paddling. It's got a nice neoprene pad that goes under your heels, so it's a bit more comfort when you're paddling. I install one in all my kayaks if I don't have one already. Adjustable foot pegs, easy to adjust. The seat, again, is easily adjusted. You've got straps back here to control how much support you've got, so really easy to adjust. And then you've got leg lift support done with cleats. Maybe not as elegant as some other options, but it works great. At the back, we've got some bungees, so you can store stuff on deck. And then we've got a large stellar oval hatch in the back. You can fit a ton of gear in here if you wanted to do, heck, you could do overnight trips out of here if you were dialed in enough. But yeah, it's a really nice hatch. Goes on great, nice and dry. So hopefully that's given you some information to consider when you're thinking about buying your first kayak. Lots of things to think about. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll be happy to get back to you with some answers. If you're local to us, feel free to stop by our shop, Western Canoe and Kayaking, to get your butt in some boats. That's ultimately what's going to answer whether or not a boat fits right, feels good. It's the best thing to do. We also have some demo days coming up. Info will be on our website, westerncanoekayak.com. As always, if you found this useful, hit the like button, and we'll see you in the next one.